Hey guys, Sonic here from TG, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So, I made a video on this a while back. I think it was, it was September 9th, I just watched it earlier. And I forgot to post a remake of that. So now I've got the full build here. So, what's this about? Well, let me just show you a little clip of what it's all about. And, like, why I'm using this. It's a full setup. So why am I using this? Why am I using Frost? What was that video about? Like, how did I just one-shot those people? Again, you might be wondering about these kind of things. So, I'll show you. So, how it works is Frost Snow Globe does 50% of the enemy's health as true damage when it hits it. As you can see, that enemy has 50% of his health taken down. And if I were to attack him again, he would die. 2 shots are pretty good, not gonna lie. But we can do better. So, how am I one-shotting these enemies? Well, if we use a weapon that can proc viral, such as the Kuva Core, then we get a result that looks like this. So, group all the enemies up with a bunch of options. I'll show you that in a minute. Spray viral procs, jump, do that. Baloof, they dead. Yeah. It's just a little overpowered. So, how does it work? Let me show you. Well, I already told you how it worked, let me show you the build. So, this is the build for the character. Again, this is just kind of there. He doesn't really need a... This is just kind of an option build here. All you need is range, pretty much, and efficiency. Like, 160% will do you great as long as you have, like, a decent way of getting energy back, such as an Uruk. But, yeah, range, the more range you have, the more velocity the enemies have when they hit the ground, which means that they're going to take the full damage. So, I'm running Overextended, Stretch, and Augur Reach, and Cunning Drift for range, 280%, which is the max range you can have. I'm running Brief Respite in the Aura, so I can get shields when I cast abilities. I'm also running Augur Reach and Augur Message for, like, yeah, I'm running Augur Reach and Augur Message, which also give me 80% of energies converted on abilities is converted into shields. I'm going to swap that for, like, Augur Accord here. So, Hunter Adrenaline and Quick Thinking for when your health runs out, you'll start taking damage to energy and more energy. Also running Arcane Strike for more attack speed. You don't need Arcane Strike. Okay, so the setup works. This, you're going to want to run a good primary that can kill high-level enemies, because there are certain enemies that this build cannot kill. Kittler or a Panzerverbal Phyla, they are optional, but they're also useful because they can spread viral. A Kuva Core built for viral procs. This is basically the build, kinda. Just run a bunch of status, need a bunch of punch through, and that's pretty much it. Status, punch through, and magazine capacity. Also, you need ammo mutation. That's about it. So, I'm actually going to swap this for Trick Mag here, so I can have more ammo maximum. Alright. Now, we need a good Zaw that can have Exodia Hunt. This is the build. Max attack speed mods, again, that's just for crit chance, which, I mean, this should give you about 100%. The Berserker body count doesn't even need to be here. So, that's pretty much the full setup right there. Now, let me just show you, I'm going to unpause these enemies, I'm going to spawn 20 of them, and kind of show you how this works. So, let's do that, yep. They're in a snow globe, but it doesn't really matter. You only get some energy here. You put in snare on your Frost, so... Then you grab your Kuva Core, spread the viral procs, and whack them. Or you could just use Exodia Hunt, you know. I mean, I've got like a bunch of different methods of sucking, and it works. They all work really well. Yeah, with Arcane, no, with Energizer. Arcane Energizer would also be able to sustain this, but pretty much just use whatever you want. This build does work pretty well. So, if you're having trouble getting them together, just use Vegas Anomaly, or do whatever you want. Again, it doesn't matter. Again, just something that can suck. I personally suggest Ensnare because it's got a really, really long range. But yeah, they dead. And if you got trouble with, like, let's say a single enemy, like, there's certain enemies this cannot kill, such as Nox for some reason. Nox don't die from this for no reason. I don't know why, but that just happens. There's some enemies here. If you're having trouble with these enemies, just all you gotta do is just blast them with this thing. And they're dead. So, having trouble with the enemies, just blast them and they'll be dead. So, yeah. If you want to run a companion, go ahead. Like, let's say a Carrier Prime, so you can have those Vigilante mods, but that's pretty much it. It doesn't work on Nox, it doesn't work on enemies that cannot take collision damage, such as Sentients or Kuva Guardians. That's why it's like, it's not every enemy, but this one-shot kills most enemies. I'll do that test one more time, and I'll get them all in the center here, so let's just, I'll use Magus Anomaly to get them all in the center. Now this is kind of dangerous. Oh. Just re-ensnare them. Viral proc them. Ooh. Those enemies did not get procced by viral, that's why they die, but you can see they're all as good as dead. So, yeah, and with Arcane Energize you can sustain yourself. One-shots any enemies, very effective, and it's a full setup. If you have a better primary that does more damage, go right ahead and use that. This is just my most powerful. If you want to use pretty much anything, go right ahead. As long as it doesn't have explosion damage, like, as long as it doesn't knock you over, because that'll kill you. So, I mean, yeah. Pretty much whatever you want to use. Kuva New Core and or Gaze. Either one of those, the Gaze Kit Gun, which the Oculus is right there. This does more damage overall, but it has less AoE, so Kuva New Core is better for it, but you know. And Soul Harvester, I don't really use this. I didn't really use Exodia Hunt too much, so I'll give it some spotlight here. Let's just, it's got 150% crit chance, so I don't know how I killed that guy, but I did. So, yeah, just, you got 3 different methods of sucking. You can use one of each. If you want to use Mega's Anomaly, you can. If you want to use Exodia Hunt, you can, or you can use Ensnare. All 3 of them work, but it's best if you use Mega's Anomaly and Ensnare together. Exodia Hunt is just there. If you want to run the Stropha, go right ahead. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this updated build video, and I hope you put this to good use before it eventually gets nerfed, which I hope it doesn't, but we all know DE nerfs everything. So, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe. I post content pretty regularly, and my next video, you're probably going to like it. It'll be about the Stropha. I'll see you guys next time. Saharonica, out.